The Nissan Patrol has been Nissan's longest lasting flagship iconic model within the brand. It's been around for 70 years and it was the first vehicle to cross the Simpson Desert in Australia successfully, and it's been the king and owner of the Middle East when it comes to the Baja desert racing vehicles. Today, we're going to be reviewing with you the 2025 Armada, and ever since 2017, the Armada, which is in Canada and the United States, now shares the underpinnings of that Nissan Patrol. Let's take a look at the 2025 Armada, guys. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, click the link at the top of the description for your YouTube-only incentive. Looking here at the front of this 2025 Armada, I first want to pay some homage to the previous predecessor Armada, which came out in 2004. From 2004 till 2024, the Nissan Armada had a very famous V8 engine, 5.6 that was. They've now gone to a twin-turbo V6 engine that produces a staggering 430 horsepower and a staggering 530 pound-feet of torque. I want to talk about the front of this vehicle and show how Nissan, with their design philosophy and language, has gone to a much more sophisticated, modern, and luxurious design and profile. Let's look at the front of this vehicle first and foremost. So at the front here, I love what Nissan is doing. They've gone to a much more large emblem, and specifically here, as we're looking at this Armada in the Pro 4X trim that it sits here today, it's a much more rugged and adventurous model of the Armada, and we see this within a lot of Nissan's vehicles over the past few years. We get this very signature Nissan logo, and it's in a lava red. Any of the other makes that are not a Pro 4X are all white or like a silver accent inside. So I really like what they've done here with that design. They also have the same cue and design from the previous Armadas, or even the current Pathfinders now, where it has this 3-scoop design, giving a very bold profile to anybody that's going to be either in front or facing this vehicle head on. They have a very aggressive design philosophy with this grille. It's all blacked out, so it gives a nice two-tone look between the black and obviously the white contrast on this one here specifically. We've got a nice front nose camera on the front of the Nissan Pathfinder grille here. So being in a big vehicle this big, you're going to need that extra assistance when you're pulling up behind a vehicle in front on a busy Costco parking lot on a Sunday morning, or along the outside here. As we look underneath the vehicle, so we have sensors for helping with parking. It also has pedestrian detection, so if it picked up that we're in a busy urban area to walk out in front of you, or a shopping cart, the vehicle would apply those brakes immediately to make sure that there's a safe distance between the person outside walking, the object in front of you, and that nothing's gonna happen to the beautiful front end of this new truck. On the undercarriage of this vehicle, there's a skid plate that comes with Pro 4X. It also keeps that precious undercarriage protected. So if someone's looking to get a little bit adventurous and get off-road with this, it's not gonna damage the underpinnings and ruin that nice vehicle. Let's have a look at the side of the vehicle here. Coming along the side, we see with a lot of our Nissans today, black cladding. You'll see this in a lot of the videos I talk about with our Nissans. They've done this here, so belt buckles that I'm wearing now, shopping carts, doors from other cars at the mall or busy shopping centers, if they were to brush up against this, it's much easier to replace or fix this as it would be to the actual precious paint on the car. Let me know in the comments below, guys. I'm curious, do you like what Nissan's doing? I think the black cladding gives good protection to those and just gives you the peace of mind that if something did happen, it's not damaging that nice paint on your car. So on Pro 4X, it comes with a black finished 20-inch wheel wrapped in an all-terrain tire. If you're gonna get adventurous and go off-roading, this tire is gonna do it. But not to mention, if you're also stuck in a foot of snow in downtown Toronto on the weekend, this vehicle and the tire is also going to get you out of it. Moving down the side here, same thing. It brings in a lot of that same feeling the front grille gives you. Same exact type pattern. Very rugged, very kind of in-your-face Pro 4X style that they've done with this vehicle. The black fender, we've seen this in a lot of the Armadas. Previously, they were chrome, and I was not a fan of the chrome at all whatsoever. So I really think Nissan's done a great thing here, getting rid of all that chrome and going more to like a two-tone look. It simplifies it and it keeps it elegant looking. We'll see here we've got step rails. I'm 6'1", getting in and out of the vehicle. If I didn't have the step rail there, it would still be an issue. So that definitely eases for myself to get in. And I've got 3 children myself, so I need something like that. If they were to sit in the back of the car, it helps them get in and out, so I'm not lifting everybody up, getting in and out of the car. Part of Nissan's Safety Shield 360 is it gives you a front nose cam, side cameras on driver and passenger mirror, and then one on the tailgate. Looking at the mirror though, we've got our turn indicators on the side, so if you're driving down the freeway or highway, anybody besides is gonna see where we're going. We've got blind spot activation in the mirror as well, showing who's alongside of us. And again, nicely finished in that black, coming across the top and just ties in beautifully with the roofline here of this Armada. Nice thing as well here is they've got rid of that chrome type look and they've gone to like a black metal type finish along the tops of the doors here, front and rear door, all the way across the line right to the very back. Just a much more modern and elegant feel and look as this Armada has grown, and they've put a lot of emphasis on that. As we move along through the back, so tinted windows in the rear, all the way to the back passengers, giving them some extra protection from the sun and also to keep things cool. And then we have here in the back, making sure that everybody knows that it is the Nissan Armada with that lava red stitching and or badging and profiling, that this is the Pro 4X edition that we're indeed driving in. Moving along the back here, I love what they've done here with the new Armada. This might be a small thing to some, but big to others. That is, they've gone to a capless fuel system here with the Nissan Armada. It could be any given time, but no one likes going to the gas station, and certainly nobody likes to get their hands dirty, full of gas or anything on it. Just very simply, push the button, opens right up, fill it up with the gas, close her up, no issues, never having to worry about clicking, and especially when it's -10 or -15 outside in the middle of December, middle of January. We've all been there. Moving into the rear of the vehicle, Nissan has spent a good amount of time on the design and making sure that it was gonna please everybody, because it's up against some big players. The Toyota Sequoia, the GMC Yukon, the Chevrolet Tahoe, and a few others to mention, one of them being the Jeep Wagoneer. This vehicle, they've spent a good amount of time on their design language, making sure that it was gonna stand out and attract people to spend in that $100,000 price point range, of which this vehicle commands. Let me just show you here. So we've got LED tail lamps, which come all the way across to the rear. Again, right back to that lava red Nissan logo. I love the fact they've done that. And then down below, I like how they've done this. Some vehicles, they have it in like a chrome or a silver accent where it shows what that vehicle is that's in front of you. It's still there. It's a bold, in-your-face look of Nissan Armada, but it's also hidden because it's in that black, gloss black finish. On the back of the tailgate here, we also have our rear view camera, which will also assist with backing up. It shows predictive lines on where the vehicle is gonna go. And it also gauges if you were to back up to something that you were gonna pull, i.e. like your trailer or boat, it'll also give you predictive lines to help with ease and making sure you get hooked up okay. Looking in the back here, we've got a power liftgate. It does come with memory adjustment for the tailgate. So I'm 6'1" myself. This is the standard opening. You can actually raise it up a little bit higher, or we can go a little bit lower on that liftgate. And then through our memory setting, hold that button for a few seconds, and it'll relearn what that new height is that you want it to be set at. So for those that are gonna be possibly in underground parking, or for those that might be a little bit shorter or taller, you have that flexibility with the new Armada to be able to do so. Looking in the back of the vehicle here, the floor height's important. Let's face it, right? You're gonna be carrying a lot of things, golf clubs, golf bags, hockey bags, your gear, your gym equipment, or strollers potentially, right? So we've got a 60-40 split rear bench in the rear, but a floor height that's nice, that if you had to grab something with ease, it's not gonna be a challenge or a struggle to pull that object out and get it out to where you need. So I think, again, good job here with Nissan on that. In the rear, we've got some tie-down cleats in the back. This is important for those that might be doing some camping or heading up to the cottage. You'll be able to strap everything down and make sure everything stays in one place. It's not rolling around in the back of the car. We've also got here in the back power rear seats. So with the touch of a button, we can also do it manually from inside. But in this case here, saving me a trip from having to go around into that second row, I can drop the floor from either side. And the beautiful thing with the new Armada is it's virtually a flat floor. And a nice thing even for that second row, same thing. all from the rear of the vehicle. Easy to do, with ease, touch of a button. I can get all my precious cargo in there loaded up, safe and sound. A couple other things in the back of the Armada here that I absolutely love. So we've got a 12-volt plug-in for the back. So if you want to blow up some rafts or ski toys, if you're going to the beach one day, you'll be able to do it right from the back of the car. You won't have to go right back to the driver or passenger side. And one of the neat things that I think is very exclusive to this vehicle, because we've never had it before on the Nissan Armada, is air suspension. So we can actually increase the ground clearance on the Nissan Armada to 9.6 inches at its lowest point. Okay, everybody, so that's the inside and the back of the Armada. Let's hop into the driver's seat right now, because I want to share you from a driver's perspective everything that's at your demand and at your fingertips. Okay, everybody, so getting in the vehicle, first impressions are a key to someone that's going to first drive it for their first time or someone that's going to live with it for multiple years. Nissan has, in the Armada, like many of our models, zero gravity seating inspired through NASA research. Reduces fatigue on any duration of travel you might be taking this vehicle on. First and foremost, from the driver's side here, we've got memory seating. And I love the little touches that Nissan has. We have like a baseball glove stitching on the doors. It's met with some hard plastics, some black metallic finishes, and some soft touches if I were to rest my elbow for a longer drive. Moving along here, Nissan has brought in a Clips audio system. For years, Nissan has been with Bose. Bose is a spectacular audio system we have in many of our models. This one specifically goes to Clips. Now, Clips is known for their audio and soundstage equipment, and there's one model, McLaren supercar, that they use their audio in. I can't think of any other brands that have Clips as their audio in any mass-produced vehicle like the Nissan Armada. We've got a 12.4-inch screen for the driver and passenger, and what I love what they've done is they've brought that over all the way from the driver's side across to the passenger, giving us a plethora of different options, from audio to temperature controls to safety features, and anything that the computer from the vehicle is telling us that we need to know while we're driving. Looking at the steering wheel here, it's a beautiful finish. It's a nice soft leather they've done. We've got our ProPilot Assist on the left-hand side here, all of our volume controls. On the right-hand side, we've got all of the audio and Bluetooth prompts, and or through our Android Auto or Apple CarPlay prompts we can do directly, again, right from the steering wheel of the car. As we move over into the center part, I love what they've done. They've gotten away from the massive, big, clunky shifters, and they've gone to a very just simplistic approach where it's just a simple P for park, reverse, neutral, and drive. For those of you that are going to be sitting at red lights and keep your foot on the brake for multiple minutes at a time, they do have the auto hold feature. Or if you're going through a drive-through and don't want to have your foot pressed down on that brake pedal for those 5-10 minutes as you're going through, this will assist in alleviating some of that pressure. Nice thing they've done, they've simplified it. Manufacturers years ago had just too many buttons to prompt and do different things. They've kept it simple, right? 4 buttons at the top here for getting into your camera, your volume controls, down below your heated or cooled seats, and then your temperature control for the driver's, passenger, and then also for the rear. Down below here, we've got snow mode, cactus mode for doing some off-roading. We've got a bit of like a drag mode if you're feeling a little sporty that day. And then there's a trailer mode, of course, if you're hauling some gear behind you. As we go through, I love what Nissan's done. It does show and pay some tribute to the brand. As we know, the Armada in Canada and the United States has been around since 2004. But again, previously in 1951, the inception of the Nissan Patrol, when it came out, there's a little nice indicator in here paying tribute to that vehicle when it first came out, as there's a lot of history into this vehicle. I love what they've done. There's a decline wireless charger. And again, you've seen this probably on some of my other videos I've talked about. A lot of brands now have gone to a different style wireless charger. It just helps with keeping your phone in place, so it's not sliding around when you're taking sharp corners or something comes up unexpected and the phone is flying around on you. It stays in one place. We've got this lovely brushed aluminum Armada badging on here, a massive center console. We can fit quite a few things in there, iPads, possibly a small purse, wallets and keys. And then down below, there's a storage unit if it won't fit in the storage compartment up top. Down below with a soft, durable material pad that'll keep everything also in place, so it's, again, not sliding around on you. As we look at the top here, great feature, we have our rear view mirror. Nissan has had this now on the Armada for a few years where it's also digital. And the nice thing with that is if there were people sitting in the rear of the vehicle right now and I had occupants sitting in the back, it might be hard to see what's directly behind me and outside. The camera negates that, takes all that away, and it shows me in a wide degree of field of view what's exactly behind me as I'm driving, parking, or navigating life's hefty traffic. Inside here, we have the panoramic moonroof that Nissan is notorious for, and we've had for many years, even on our Nissan Rogue. It goes all the way right back to that second row. Just gives a whole ambiance and a whole array of light coming through, and just creates a whole different atmosphere for the driver, passengers, and rear people sitting in the back of this vehicle. Let's hop into the back. Let's check out what the rear seats are like and give you my thoughts. So sitting in the back of this Armada, I have to say I'm quite comfortable. There's tons of ample leg room, tons of headroom, sitting on the bench of this 40-40-20 split bench seat. It has the functionality to drop down armrests. We've got cup holders in it. We've got this beautiful stitching that not only in the front had, but throughout into the back with this baseball glove lava red stitching that we have on the outside of the car, right through into the Armada. And then looking through, we've got our USB-C plugins down below, accessory plugins. We have heated seats sitting for the rear passengers. We have our temperature control, flexibility from the very back, which is nice to give them that flexibility. And then our beautiful clipped audio system right into the bottom doorways. I love the fact that the vehicle is a little bit higher up and it does have the steps to ease getting in and out, but it also has these lovely door handles on here to help in that transitioning. If there is one thing I didn't like about the vehicle is that the glass doesn't go all the way down. We know why that is. It just doesn't fit within the actual door itself. But if I was sitting here in the back, it would be a little bit more pleasurable if I could sit here and not have this glass in the way. So I'm not sure if that was an overthought or an oversight at that point from the engineering or design team, but that's one thing I would have liked to seen on this vehicle. In the back here, we've got our vents for AC, for heat. We've got all of our mood lighting in the back. And again, right back to this panoramic moonroof, it gives so much light that allows to come through from the top. It just creates that natural ambiance that we all want. Let's hop into the third row right now to show you where Nissan has spent a lot of their engineering and design to make sure that the rear occupants in the very back of this Armada also feel safe and secure for long distance travel. So sitting in the rear of this Armada, I must say it's actually quite impressive. So it's a 40-40-20 split in the middle. In this particular model of Armada, Platinum trims and SL have the option for captain's chairs, which make it easier getting into the rear. But even sitting back here, I was actually anticipating to feel a lot more crunch than when I'm sitting here right now. As I sit here, I'm very comfortable, and I love the fact that they've added the functionality for the passenger in the very rear to recline and bring up the seat with the push of a button. Great feature, and good job Nissan on making sure that the people in the back were thought of without having to go to the driver to get the seat adjusted. In the back here as well, we have plugins for USB-C to make sure if you have an Apple or an Android, you can get that phone or tablet charged without having to fish wires from the very front of the car. I must say, home run on this. They nailed it, because a lot of vehicles, when we get into the rear, it's hard to get an adult to sit back there for a long duration. I could definitely sit back here and go on a long travel journey and feel quite comfortable without feeling like I needed to get out to stretch my legs. Another great thing they've done here is it's a complaint for the passengers sitting in either the second or third row. When you go to look out, you can't see anything because you're staring at the back of the person in front of you, their head. In this case here, it's not an issue. The third row of this vehicle sits higher up than the second or first row with Nissan's stadium seating. So sitting here right now, if there were a person sitting in front of me, I have clear lines looking right out to the front of the vehicle. It gives me that experience that I'm actually part of this travel journey, not looking at the back of a headrest till we get to our next destination. Good job on that one as well. Let's hop outside right now so you guys can hear my final thoughts on what I think of the new 25 Armada. So everybody, let me know what your final thoughts are and what you think of this new 2025 Armada. The previous model was a little bit long in the tooth and it was time for a change. I feel like Nissan's really come to the table and listened to what's worked with GMC Yukon, Toyota Sequoia, and Chevrolet Tahoe. It does come with a much heftier price tag than the previous model, but it's a completely different animal. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know what you guys think. Could you see yourself driving something like this? Or would you opt out to look at the Toyota Sequoia or one of the other vehicles that this vehicle competes against? Thanks again, guys, for checking us out. Again, my name is Brendan Maslin. I'm the General Sales Manager at Pkwy Nissan here in Hamilton, Ontario. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Come and get it.